Welcome back to SOS. I'm Staff Sergeant Badass. Okay, so we are going to chop some stuff up. Let's get crazy. Alright, like I was saying before, I know some of you that watch the channel and watch every day already know that I'm getting into this and I'm going to have to get it done. So, once again, I've got to explain it. I'm sick. My kids have gotten me sick, just so you guys know. Alright. This, if you can see, it says Demon. This is a vintage Demon carpenter framing axe. Hammer. Whatever you want to call it. Axe hammer. There you go. Alright, so it's vintage. Found it at a swap meet. There was a bunch of old men getting together and they're all sitting in the back of their pickup trucks. He had a whole truck bed full of different types of assorted tools. He had this axe head. I snagged it up. It's nice and rusted. It's got pitting all over it. It's ridiculous. You can see it's got some nice... you can't buy that in the store. That's aged. And that's pretty cool. But I'm going to destroy it because that's what I do. Take awesome things and make it worse, right? Isn't that what we do? Alright. It's repurposing, people. Alright. How many people do you know how to even make an axe or an axe handle? Or it's like a guy I was talking to the other day about making a bow out of wood. I've never done it before. I would love to try, but it takes a lot of patience to do that. And kind of like with the PVC pipe bow, that took no patience at all. It's pretty forgiving. If you bend it the wrong way, you just bend it right back. So it was pretty easy. But not a lot of people will sit with a file and set and file out of a piece of wood to make this thing fit an axe head. So I sat there and I've got this thing down. It's nailed. I mean, pretty much right where it needs to be. Yes, this is upside down because when I get done cutting this, the bottom is going to look like the top. So for the most part, except for the curve, because it's got to be a bearded freaking Viking tomahawk machete thing. You know what I mean? It's got to be crazy. It can't be just a regular carpenter, but you can still carpentry with this thing once I'm done. I might even actually put the groove back in it. I don't know. It might give the beard a tooth. There we go. Alright. First things first, I got to pull you over here. Hang on. Alright, so I've got my axe head. This is the wood handle. See that again. I've got everything off of it. I've got to burn it. I've sanded the bottom so all you can see is the planes of the wood. And I've already got it cut where I'm going to drive a wedge in it. That's pretty much ready to go. It just needs to get burned. And then we need to do some leather work to it. I've got another video for the leather work for it because it's just, there's the leather work. If you go back, you're going to have to see the braid. So the braids are actually going to go on this if you guys watch the braid video. It's the mystery braid, if you guys got to see that. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. I don't want to confuse anybody, so let's just get started. Now, I've got an axe head here, and I need to come up with a design. You could do this. You don't have to sit and watch me cut with my grinder. This is just a standard grinder. And all I've done is add metal. This is for metal, stainless, all sorts of stuff cutting. It doesn't matter. It'll be the red. Look for the red label. Any size you want. Get one of these guys and you're in there like swimwear. You can pick up one from Harbor Freight. You don't have to get a DeWalt model. Alright. Alright. The lines I draw are the lines I'm going to cut. There's no special technique to that. Some people will ask me these questions, so everyone wonders, like, why is he saying all this? Alright, so I've got a nice, see that line there? Well, I'm going to follow that line, and I'm just going to cut, just so you get the point, and I get the point. Alright, I'm going to draw that real quick, just so I don't, and then I'll show you when I get it drawn on there. So I'm just going to put this on here. I'm using just chalk. That way, in case there's any left over, I can just wipe it off. And I'm going to have to give this thing some detail. I'll probably polish it up. Anyways, I'm literally cutting the hammer head off. So you've got the whole back side there if you need to hammer something. You don't need the extra weight. This is going to be for someone's pack, not mine, but somebody else. This is going to be a gift. Alright. So now I need to look at this heart ridge here. I don't need. But I could leave it and just cut up, but then I'm probably going to cut into the demon logo. I could just cut in here, but I'm probably going to cut into that, so I'm probably going to end up removing it. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. It's going to make my life easier anyway. So just go ahead and take that lip off. It doesn't need it anyway. And then I'm just going to come in, probably in this fashion here, so I can at least leave that logo on there. If I can get in there like that. Just like that. And then probably, let's see, thought about making it curved, but could come in like this. This is just ideas I'm kind of going for. I don't like that. Let's scratch that. Alright, let's just go straight down. So this is kind of the design aspect of it. You've got to work with it a little bit, come up with an idea. And I'm thinking right where that groove is probably the best bet, to be honest. It looks like the best spot. So if I just imagine this being gone, and that being gone, and this being gone, right? And that's what you're going to be left with. I think that's going to look sick. By sick, I mean cool, for all you old folks watching my channel. I'm sorry, guys and gals, if you're watching. Anyway, what do you think? You dig it? I dig it. Alright, now, I'm not showing you this part because it's a lot of grinding, a lot of sparks, and I can't even show you on the camera anyways because the camera blurs out. So, just give me a minute, I'll come back and this thing will be cut and we'll make an axe the rest of the way. Alright, so I got it cut, and that's just the basic cuts. I gotta hold this to the other. It's pretty hot. Oh boy. Alright. So I got to keep the logo. I barely made it, but it says demon. So for those that like that, it's still there. I didn't take it off. That way people know what it is when they look at it. But basically what I need to do is go clean it up. So just back here, I want to clean that up and make it flush. And in the pit line here, you'll see where I've cut. A little nick there. But I'm going to clean that groove out nice and smooth. Usually what I do when I do this is I sharpen this side. That way if you decide you want to hack down like this, and this, it works both ways to kind of do some hacking like that. But I always sharpen this edge too, so I got to do some grinding to get that the way I need it, so I can sharpen it with a file and then get my stone out and actually sharpen it, make it nice and neat. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me go grind this out real quick. Need to take my glove off again. Alright, hang on. Okay. Now, still a little hot, but I've got it sharp down there at the end. I've got to file it still. It's not going to be sharp. But all I did here was kind of run it down through there. So I'm going to put some edge sealant into these grooves. I'm not going to do anything crazy on this one. I'm not doing tiger marks or anything weird. This is kind of what it's going to be. It's not going to be anything too fancy, but it definitely is going to look cool. That's all that's going to matter. The cool factor. Okay, it cooled down. Good. Let's see. Yeah, not too bad. I had to get some nicks out of the blade. Whatever redneck had it before, it's been sharpened a lot. It needed it. I needed to get the nicks out, and now I can set and file it, and it won't take me 10 hours to file it when I put it in the vise and do that. Next thing's up. I gotta mount it, right? Alright, let me deburr this real quick. So I got a file right here. I'll use this file. There we go. You just got to deburr it. Make sure you deburr it once you cut it down. Real simple, man. I mean, I can't teach you how to move the tools. You're going to have to pick up your hands and work. You're going to have to get the tools in your hands, cut it, and then work the metal yourself. Because you're not going to know if you're good at it unless you do it. That's just the best way of saying it. But this is like that groove. I cut into that and sharpened that whole thing. So you could literally grab onto it from the axe handle and cut something if you needed to. That's kind of what I'm going for. But it might not even be practical. Don't care. It's the cool factor, right? Alright. Vikings beware. Alright. I really hope this handle works and I don't have to do anything crazy with it. Anyways, that should work. You can see where it's been folded when they were actually making it. Alright, so this is where I'm at. I'm going to back this up. I'm going to bash this thing in. Hope for the best. Remember last time, right? Alright. For the last axe build I did. Alright. Bring you down here. Let me get my... Alright. Let's see if I can get this in here. Can you see that okay? Alright. It might go on there all the way, or it might not. Might have to be filed a little bit. I think it's the edges. Hang on. Hang on, I'm going to file it. Well, I'll show you how to file it real quick. Just take the file, the rough edge here, and what I do, bring you over here. I want you to see it because people are going to say, hey man, you should do a better tutorial. I can't learn anything. You're not showing me every step you do. Alright, bring this in just like that. Makes that nice crunch. And this ain't easy either. You're going to have to pick up your hands and work. That's pretty much how that works. Let me finish this up. Alright, let me try this again. Okay, it's fitting a lot better. Now, I'm going to get something to bang it on there. I guess that's the best way of saying that, right? Alright, let me get something to fit over this thing. I think my best bet is my vise. I'm probably going to have the best luck with it. So at least that way I can hold it in place and hit the back side of this. Yeah, that works a lot better. Check. Check it again. Check it one more time. It's looking pretty good. Alright, let's try this side. Alright, still straight. It's not crooked. Let's try this way. Alright, nice and straight that way. It ain't breaking. It ain't crunching. It's still on there. Alright, well, that's on there. It's straight. It works. Alright, now we gotta drive a wedge in it. Alright. I gotta grab a wedge to drive a wedge. Alright, let's get over here. Alright, I've got a wedge. Let's try the wedge. I had to make this wedge, just so you guys know. I had to make the handle and the wedge. Alright, looks like it's working. Hopefully I don't split. Moving the chair. You beat it till there's nothing left, until everything just splits and goes crazy. Then you cut it off, okay? Just so you know. I don't care. Because is whatever's left out the end. And if it comes out the end down here at the bottom, I don't care, because it's just going to fill the gap even more. It's going to make it 10 times stronger. Alright, let me cut it down. Alright, let me get you over here. I cut the back side out, if you can see that. It's nice and flush. Now I just got to clean it up. I ain't done. I don't want to leave it like that, kind of. This will do the trick for what I need to do. The rest of it. You don't want anything hanging over the edge, especially if you're going to seal it and burn it and everything else. Alright. Excuse me. Under here. Just like that. Get under heel. The best you can. So you're going to be burning it, right? Right. And then we're going to stain it, right? Right. I'm going to use tongue oil, right? Right. Don't cut your fingers off, right? Right. Alright. Well, I am impressed. I've been saying that a lot this week. Or past week. That's cool. That's a good trick. Well, by golly, that's an axe. What you think of that? You think that's cool? It's a mini. It's smaller than the other one. How does that work? Woo. Yeah, I left a hole. Dang it! Alright. Next step. I need to find some nails again. Remember? Hang on a sec. Anyways, every time I do one of these, I always do this, right? Let's pull you up a little bit. See what I'm doing. Everybody needs to see it, right? Alright. Alright, I'm probably going to put this in the vise. Then you won't be able to see it, and then someone's going to cry about it. I didn't see it. Billy's going to cry. I didn't see it, man. Alright, I think that'll work right there. Let's do a trick. I do this every time. It gives that artsy-fartsy look. Plus it adds a little bit extra tension. Don't want to bang on it too much. Alright, I got one in there. You see that? It gives it that artsy-fartsy look. So those hipsters will dig it. They'll be all Instagramming it. Like LOL hashtag. Right? That's what I do. I don't want to drive it in too far too fast. Fast and Furious. I'm not Vin Diesel. He plays Pokemon Go or something. There we go. You can tell him I said that. I don't care. I don't care if he gets mad. What's he gonna do? Alright. Oh, look what I did. Screwed it up now. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that gives it a little extra weirdness. See that? It'll look better once I stain it. I know the lighting's horrible. There you go. Look at that. That's neat. Dun dun dun. Ring, ring, ring. Never mind. So, let's cook this bad boy. Now, I've got to step outside on my porch and do this. The wife will kill me. But I got to use my torch. You just burn it. So hang on. Enjoying the pretty night sky. I know I am. I always come out here and enjoy the beautiful night sky with some flames. Oh, forgot to do the top. Hang on. I gotta do the top. Alright, let's go inside. Oh, it's the bloody axe. Oh. You thought it was flying, didn't you? Yeah, that's some crazy FX going on there. Woo! Alright, so got this hanging here because I need to use tongue. And it's way easier to do it this way. And I want to show you the fastest way to do it so you can get it done lickety-split without leaving it overnight. Watch this. Okay, first things first. Get yourself a box and put under your project or just some cardboard, alright? Use fishing line to hang the object so you're not really... And if you touch it, it's alright. It's just, this stuff's really hard to get off your hands. Next, get yourself a coffee can and a paintbrush. These work pretty good. You can also use rubber gloves. It works just fine. This should do the trick. Now, I don't have anything artsy-fartsy left to do to it other than sharpen it, so I'm not too worried about it. And this is going to make it pop a lot. Well, the other thing, I've got to put some leather on it. But I want you guys to see this part so you get a better understanding of how to use this stuff. Everybody can kind of get the idea of cutting something or burning something. You get the point. So, add some, like so. Take a little sip. Just kidding, don't drink this stuff. I should add a disclaimer now. It's my fault. That should do a trick. Alright. That should be enough. A little dab will do you. Alright. Paintbrush, get back over here. Alright, she's ready to go. Just like this. You can leave this in the box. It's probably a lot easier to just do that. I just looked at that and I was like, yeah, I wouldn't set that down. Apply. Don't put too much tension or you'll break your fishing line. I do this all the time, guys and gals. I am a slight gunsmith. Not anything crazy. Just relax. They're gonna be like, dude, he does class 3. He builds explosives and bombs. That'd be Billy. I just want to show you the fastest way of doing this because I have done quite a few Moisen stocks. So after about 100 Moisen stocks, you kind of get good at it. You wouldn't believe. Man, I want you to doll my Moisen the Gaunt stock up, make it all purty. Taking this bad boy to a competition. Just let it have it, man. Keep dabbing it on. Don't worry, the fishing line ain't going to cause no problems. Yes, I am going to put it up here. That's how I'm sealing the metal. If you polish your metal, if you're going to pull out a grinder and clean your metal up, use tung oil over the whole project. I'm telling you, it works just fine. It won't rust after that because nothing's going to get to it anyways. And if you need to sharpen the item, it comes right off to sharpen it. Especially when you start using a file on it. Just saying. But that's what I like to do. That way it'll give it a nice brand new look to it. It's going to look like a new axe, literally. But what a pain in the butt getting this project started here. Just make sure you don't leave anything behind. Like, if you've got dust, I was just looking at that. If I had any dust in my brush. Alright, now first things first, what you're going to do, get off any excess, right? Just catch the drips, use your fingers. It's going to be sticky and messy, but you're going to have to do it. Catch whatever's left. Just like that. The leftovers, and then you're going to use a heat gun. Alright? But you're going to catch the drips along the way. Just just like that. Check the front, check down here for any drips, but just use your fingers for it. That's what I always have to do. Just let it spin. It's the flying axe. It's flying axe. That way you can heat this up. It sticks. It dries. You can apply more and more and more. Alright, you get the point of this. I'm drying it right now, so hang on. Alright, the first layer's dried. Now you know what's next. I gotta put more on, right? You're not gonna just put one layer on and be done with it, right? You should be able to grab like that. There we go. That's what I'm doing. And lift up so you don't break your fishing line. I've done that so many times. Oop, don't move. There we go. And you're going to be okay to touch it a little bit because you're reapplying more stuff on, so anything's going to work out on its own anyway. Just like that. Add it all over the top. Fill it in real good. Just keep on rubbing. There we go. It gets messy, but something you got to do if you want it to look cool. If you want to be cool and look cool, you got to do this stuff, Billy. Just so you know. Alright. Anyways, I'm just going to put this on there real good. A couple of good coats. Then I'm going to turn my heat gun up again. And get it nice and coated. Rocking and rolling. Alright, ready for heat. Alright, so it's taking a lot longer to dry than normal. Alright, now we'll just leave this. Probably just going to let this chill. And I'm probably going to have to do another video. Alright, we're going to do part 2 of this. The next step's going to be pretty easy. This was building the axe, just so you get the point. You're going to get a better view of what it looks like. You can tell it's pretty glossy and it looks almost brand new by looking at it, right? You kind of get the point. So I don't want to bore you, but what we're going to do next video, we're going to strap it up with some nice clean leather. I'm going to give it a guard for the top. We're going to put some cool etching on it. We're going to throw some Celtic kind of stuff to it. Celtic vibe. That's what I'm going for. More of a Celtic kind of a thing. So this is going to be a little bit different. Not so Viking, more Celtic kind of mercenary kind of thing. But anyways, I'm hoping you guys dig it. I am. But hang in there. There'll be another one. Don't worry. It's just another day. You know, one a day. Boom. Alright. If you're watching SOS, I am Sharpening Badass. Have a beautiful, fabulous, fantastic day. Look at the flying axe. Look. Ooh. Ooh, it's the flying axe. Ooh.